Hi and welcome to the Market Alert for Tuesday, the 6th of September 2022. So a quick whistle-stop market alert today because the US was closed yesterday. There's not a lot to report from this. As you can see from this headline, markets were relatively quiet amid holiday conditions due to Labor Day in North America. Futures were flat. Europe sinks as oil and gas soar on Russia and OPEC doubleheader. And also, we mentioned this in yesterday's alert, but a bit more was written about it yesterday. As Europe implodes, it plans radical intervention, including price setting, suspending derivative markets, and Europe-wide margin call bailouts. That's going to be an interesting one, isn't it? That's going to affect a lot of trading. Economic news for today. ISM is the main feature there for the US, PMI as well. We've got PMI construction for the UK as well. And we've got factory orders for Germany. So, yeah, there's, again, not major news. I don't think there's anything major this week. It all starts again next week. The Fed are out on Friday, aren't they, if I recall? Thursday, there you go. Yeah, Thursday's an interesting day. There's a bit more activity there with European monetary policy, ECB, and the Fed. Gold-silver ratio making its way down. The metals markets have moved sharply higher overnight as the US dollar has moved lower. In the Dow for yesterday, well, just boring. As you can see, an inside bar, market sideways. The market's looking weakish overnight there with prices trading back below the 5 bar moving average there. And in the 30-minute, you'll see why. Yesterday, sideways all the way through the session. Bit of a spike up on the overnight through yesterday's high and then making its way down below the DP. Watch the low, close below the low. We'll then see an attack on Friday's low. German DAX, a bit more activity because the market was open and trading up to the 5 bar moving average, failing to hold on the overnight as well as it starts to head down. The 89% retracement and yesterday's low and Friday's low are going to be very important today. If these are taken out, then we will continue to move lower and attack the two levels that we see here for the DAX. And obviously everybody's back at work today, so it will be one to watch. Yesterday the DAX managing to move to the upside, but overnight you can see prices are starting to weaken, moving down. Watch the DP. If this is taken out, then watch the S1 and the low there as well, as it will be very important, as we just highlighted in the daily chart there. These two lows will be under fire. In the S&P, very tiny bar for yesterday. Again, exactly the same picture as the DAX and the Dow. The market trading above the 5 bar moving average, failing to hold at this time. 62% retracement there as well, starting to move lower. Watch the green line level, which is 3902. That's where you can expect further weakness to the 78 and 89 if the market takes this out. 30-minute chart, again sideways all the way through yesterday. A bit of a move to the upside. 200 MA and back to the DP. If the DP is taken out, watch the retest of the low for yesterday. In the FTSE, a good move to the upside yesterday in the FTSE. The only one that's closed above the 5 bar moving average, no doubt in part to the fact that Truss was elected, even though, like I said before, it was already baked into the price action. But the market following the rest overnight and starting to move lower. As you can see there, trading up to the high and now moving to the downside. Watch the 50 EMA in the 30-minute, the DP in all markets, and the psychological level. If this is taken out, you've got the 200 MA in the 30-minute, but the S1 and the low, obviously, across the board, no matter what the time frame. And in the currencies, markets lively as we see the GBP, JPY moving to the upside there. We've got an 89% retracement to this level. These highs will need to be taken out, but a good move overnight. Already you can see we're up 100 points in Asia. as prices were up also during yesterday sideways and then moving to the upside there. That's because the dollar is down, which we'll show you in just a moment. It's already above the R1 there for the GBP, JPY. Meanwhile, the pound moving higher as well. Again, because the dollar is down on the overnight, and the 30-minute you can see yesterday moving to the upside after the spike on the overnight dollar index, and also finding support at yesterday's high and the 200 MA. But watch out for the dollar index opening at the usual lunchtime session, because that will have a bit of an impact on this market. And finally, silver moving to the upside because the dollar is down. Let's just have a look at the dollar. Keep talking about it. You can see it's a gap down on the overnight and currently sitting at the 5-bar moving average, where it's finding a bit of support. So going back to the daily of silver at the moment, the market's up, but no doubt the 1 p.m. fix will move the market down, just as we see for most days. But overnight there you can see moving off yesterday's high, finding a bit of support there with the 20-bar moving average in the 30-minute chart. Gold the same, it's had a bit of a move, but it's been hammered now, as you can see, being pushed back. Show you the 30-minute chart of that. There's the big move on the overnight, move back to the high and starting to come off that again once more. And finally, in the crude oil market, up again yesterday. There's still this issue of Russia turning off the Gazprom pipeline. No sign of it being turned back on. I'm sure that's going to make the news again today. It's amazing, isn't it, where you can have a holiday and everything is absolutely fine. Everybody turns back to work and then you have chaos. So maybe there's a story there. Let's all just retire and not work, and then everything's fine. It just amazes me how, whether it's Christmas, Thanksgiving or whatever, you get a few days off, and even the weekends, where, you know, all of this fear-generated news moves the markets, and then you get the weekends and the holidays, and it all just goes sideways. Amazing. Anyway, that aside, it's a quick roundup of where we are. Let's see what happens today. We've gone through the school holidays. Everything's back to normal. The last 2 bank holidays are now out of the way for the UK last week, and Labor Day yesterday for the US. So that's it now until Christmas. So let's see if the volatility can pick up during today. Okay, that's it. As ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.